Okay, good morning. Today I am interviewing the WEINREB Brothers, and we're going to start off by playing a song.
You able to make the flute a little bit louder over there? You able to make the music a little louder?
Yeah.
Wow, nice pick. I like that one.
Okay. Where do you grow up and where do you live now?
All right, you want to
Wait.
start? You want to start? Ruben's gonna start. Brother
Yeah,
Ruben.
okay. Yeah, so we both grew up in New Hampstead. It's part of Muncie basically. And now I live in Har Shmuel in the Holy Land, right next to Kiryat Shmuel Navi.
Right.
We
And
have to get there soon.
I live in I'm right now currently live in Pomona, New York. I lived in the Holy Land for a while also, and right now I'm back in Pomona, right near where I grew up, actually, pretty close to Muncie.
Where do you go for elementary school?
We both went to Base Mikra, and it's called Base Mikra in Muncie. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No. Where do
It's a
you
nice
go
school.
for, yeah? Where do you go for high school?
I went to Englewood, New Jersey. What about you, Ruby? Where'd you go?
I went to oh, sorry, a little tired.
Ruby's feeling it. No.
um, yeah, I went to Sharatora in Queens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know Sharatora?
Yeah.
Why you live in Queens?
No, I live in Faraque, but my father went to Saratoga.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. My two older brothers also went there.
Oh. Um, where do you go for base medrash or do you go to college?
Mm. Yeah, we didn't go to. I didn't go to college.
yeah,
Um,
base medrash.
What base medrash?
I went to base medrash in Sharatora, and then I went to Israel. I went to the Mir.
Oh,
and I was in Derech Chaim for 1 year, and then I went to Israel also. The small yeshiva, small yeshiva.
okay. What did you do after base medrash?
So after base medrash, I basically I played music pretty much. That's what I did. I just music was maybe part time, and then at this point now it's like a full time job. It's a full time gig. Music's a full time, except for when I'm doing interviews with good peoples like you. But otherwise, I'm doing music. Baruch Hashem.
Um, what about you, Vivi?
Yes, I mean I do mainly music. So recently I started working in a dips like a dip
Salatim,
company,
salatim,
New York style dips.
like
Oh,
salatim in the Holy Land.
It's
It's a
Jerusalem
big
and
difference.
mesh.
um, at what age did you start singing?
Hmm.
Uh, Yeah, I think we my father used to sing with us a lot when we were younger, and used to sing and around the table on Shabbos, and we used to have kumsitzes in our house, and yeah, and I started singing when I was very young, and I think we all really started singing together from like when we were born, pretty soon,
Yeah.
pretty soon after we were born.
Right, like the main Olama above video is like pretty close to what it looks like on a regular Shabbos when we're all together.
You saw that one?
Um, how many albums do you have out now?
We have the WEINREB Brothers album that's out already, and then I'm also working on my own album that's going to be out hopefully by next year. Mandy WEINREB under my own name, but it's going to be featuring my brothers also, and Ruby's going to definitely be on some of the songs.
There's some singles so far.
Yeah,
Also.
got some singles out there. The last one was The Kara. If you could check it out, The Kara was the last one. And
Yeah. What is your favorite song of all your singles or albums?
but it's a good question. What's my favorite song? It really depends on the day and on the moment because like it really depends on like what I'm feeling right now. My favorite song at the moment is Moiti Asirim. I never put it out yet, like officially, but I put out a version of it like unplugged, which you could check out also. And it's just connecting to the situation in the Holy Land right now. You know, it's about being trapped or it's connecting to the hostages. So it's called Motzi Asirim, and I think it's a pretty beautiful song. It's going to be on the album Metz Shem, but you can check it out on YouTube. It's a live version. Actually came out really good.
May I ask before we go on, what happened to the WEINREB Brothers band? Why did it? What happened to it?
So it's still going on, but the thing is that me and Ruby both lived in Eretz Israel for a while. So we started like another band over there called Shtetl, which was really the WEINREB Brothers that it just turned into Shtetl somehow in Israel. And but we still play with my brothers a lot. I play with my brother on keyboard in America, and when Ruby comes in, we play together. And my other brother Yoel Moshe, who started the band, we play with him. He plays guitar, and so we still play together whenever we could. But like sort of, we moved around, so the band had to like whenever we get together, we call it the WEINREB Brothers. It's still around, but.
Do you have 4 people in your band?
Yeah, 2 older brothers.
They didn't want to come on Zoom.
So they're both probably pretty busy. One of them is a Rebbe in yeshiva. He's probably teaching right now, and the other one is busy with work. So, but we were very lucky that we got Ruby in the Holy Land in a car.
Yeah. What do you do when you're not singing?
That's a good question. What do I do when I'm not singing? So I mean, if I'm not singing, then I like to be dancing. Dancing is also good. No, but for real, I mean, I try to do things that keep me excited about life and keep me busy. I like trying to play music and stay focused on like getting in touch with the music. It's good to like play on your own time even when you're not doing jobs and stuff like that. And I also just like connecting with friends and going to daven by tzaddikim. I generally go to Uman for Rosh Hashanah. This year I'm not, but generally I do. And I like connecting to people. I like doing what we're doing right now. Sichos Chaverim. I like talking to people a lot. Like connecting to friends and to new people and meeting new friends.
Yeah. Who did you get inspired by to start singing?
I guess I was inspired by my father. I mean, my father used to sing with us all the time, so I guess he inspired me to. I mean, he inspired the love of singing. But then I guess I have other friends in my life that also inspired me to do it more like as a professional. What about you, Ruby?
Well, I'm not really mainly a singer. I do like um backup vocals and stuff. So I guess I'm inspired by like whenever I see that type of things in bands, like people doing good harmonies and backup stuff. But I started playing flute because of Avi Piamenta. I always loved his vibe when he plays. And once I started with flute, then saxophone's like similar with the fingers. So then then a lot of people were telling me that it's a good idea to move on to saxophone. Actually, Mendy was a big part of my first saxophone. He pushed the left. I should buy a saxophone. I remember that he helped me find one online. But yeah, that's how I got into those stuff. And percussion, I remember like I liked drums a lot. I had a friend that Baruch Krause. He had a drum kit in his garage. I thought it was very cool. So then my mother agreed to have basically percussion if I want.
Nice.
Yeah. Um, are you coming out with a new song or album?
Yeah, so I'm working on my own album. Um, it's gonna be called it's gonna be just Mendy WEINREB all originals, and Ruby has also a whole bunch of songs that I'm not sure what he's doing with it, but
Yeah, I know.
hope
I
he
would
gets
love
it.
to be able to do something with it sometime. But yeah. For now, they're just like a little hobby on the side somewhere.
I think the world needs to hear Ruby's songs. Actually, it's gonna be a very big thing when they come out.
I'm looking forward.
Me too.
Mandy, you press your hand on Zoom.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was a mistake.
Oh,
I just plugged my phone in because it was on very low, and I didn't want it to die in the middle of the interview. That would be a little bit.
yeah. Um, at what age did you start performing live?
Um, I started performing live at probably around like 18 or 19. Yeah, probably like 18. Like in a Eretz Yisrael, when I was in yeshiva in Eretz Yisrael, I started getting more into playing in public. I think even though I grew up with my brother, my older brother's always playing, but I think that's when I really started. Like, I was pretty shy before that, and I think I like sort of broke out of it and started doing my own thing.
What about you, Louis?
I think like I don't remember the exact age, but like towards the end of elementary school, I was already starting to do like small things, like when we played like let's say a shower brothers by a neighbor or something like that. So I was starting to play a little bit. Um, then in ninth grade, like a little bit more, like we started doing these porn parties. Um, but then like once I got like to like let's say 12th grade and the beginning of base measures, then I started really getting more serious about doing jobs.
Um, who did you sing with and who did you perform with so
Um,
far?
yeah, I think Ruby probably has more of an interesting list, but I actually went to Jamaica with Schlepping Nachas. I put out a music video with them, so that was pretty cool. It's my song, Hallelujah. Definitely you should check that out if you haven't checked it out yet. It's a really cool music video that we did in Jamaica. We flew out the band and it was really nice to have my friend Diddy Steinberg and his and Simchi Skaist and the Schleppinachas guys involved in that. And
Yeah.
who else? I've played with Lipa Schmelzer in the past and Eitan Katz. And who else is there? The WEINREB Brothers. That's a pretty big one. And who else have I played with? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I played with Batal 11. You know Batal 11?
No.
Okay, yeah, he's really good. And Moshe Groner.
Oh.
He's also a pretty big singer these days. And yeah, I mean I'm probably forgetting other people that I played with, but oh yeah, we opened up once for Mordechai Shapiro, and I played with Mordechai Shapiro once at a gig actually also.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Let's talk after. I would love to get the phone numbers. Maybe you will send it to me.
I actually don't have Mordechai Shapiro's phone number. I don't have it yet, but one day I'll get it.
Oh. What about the other sleeping nuggets?
Schleppy Nachas, yeah, I could try to get you someone's number from Schleppy Nachas, yeah. They're pretty busy though. They're pretty busy and they live in Eretz Yisrael, so they might not be able to do it.
I just I just did a gig with them a couple of days ago.
Oh,
television. Yeah.
anyway, I can get the phone number.
Yeah, I'll send you someone's number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, how do you come up with your songs?
That's a good question. I know each song is like each song is a different story, really, but some songs just like sort of pop in like to my head, like a little like more of like a gift type of thing from Hashem. I mean, they're all gifts from Hashem, but some of them I sit down and I try to work on it a little bit, and most of them just sort of happen in a time when I'm just inspired by something or some sort of story or something like that, and it usually just comes down. It's sort of like it's like a present from Hashem. Generally, that's really what it is.
Yeah. Do you have any funny stories of traveling to a show or a wedding?
Or a wedding. Yeah, we definitely have some good stories. Um, there's this one wedding that we had that was in Toronto, and we drove for like a whole day to get there to the wedding, and actually I made up a song that I hope is going to be on the album. Actually, it's called Marabu Ma'asecha Hashem, and it was composed while we were driving, and then we went to Niagara Falls, and then like another part came about, and yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's such a funny story, but it was funny memories to be like just playing music the whole way to the wedding. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a nice part of the road trip. But we definitely have some funny memories. We once went on a road trip to California when we were younger, when I was like 21, and and it was a car full of like musicians, and I just remember Ruby was playing clarinet. We picked it up in like some store for like $20 in like some thrift shop, and I just remember the clarinet was like coming through the seats, the front seats. There was like a clarinet sticking through the whole time, the whole ride. That was pretty funny. Anyways, but yeah, I don't. You have any funny stories, Ruben?
Um, Trying to think. I mean, our first wedding, I almost missed it
Oh yeah.
because they decided that the pilots are too tired and they can't fly. So I got delayed by a day, but thank God I made it just in time.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's pretty crazy. A big shout
Uh,
out to Avi Roberts for getting us that first wedding, even though we never played a wedding before. A long time ago.
yeah, thank God we've done
Um,
a lot since then.
do you have any funny stories that happened to you by a show or a wedding?
Hmm. I remember one time like I was by this gig and there was like a chef over there and then somehow he just decided he's in the mood of singing. So like all of a sudden he became like a whole cantor. He's wearing his like chef hat and everything. It was quite a scene.
Um, last question. What words of inspiration do you have for the road?
Man, do you want to take this one or I should take it?
I think he
Oh, he got
left.
disconnected.
Yeah.
All right. So words of inspiration. I guess I would just say that sometimes we don't have to think like overly much about everything because like somewhere inside of us we kind of already know what we're trying to do and we just got to do it.
Okay. Thank you for coming on, and thank your brother for coming on, and have I really appreciate let me you letting me interview you. Is this your first interview or you had before?
Um, I'm trying to remember. It could be this is my first. I don't remember now.
Wow. I
Yeah.
got I got the first interview with the One Real Brothers.
From now on, it's going to be known as the original interview.
Wow. It
Yeah.
will it will be on YouTube. Um Probably after circus.
Okay, great. I'm looking forward. Yeah, it was really
Um,
nice, you know, having this interview with you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah. Shana
Okay.
Tova. Hopefully we'll hear